can't believe it. I mean, you and then the Zeppelin and the fire. And the altar says that... Do you have any idea what all of this means?
So by the gods, man, I almost died here. Didn't you see the crash?
You speak! I mean, of course you speak. What am I, a blathering idiot? Wait, what did you say? Maybe I should be writing all of this down.
Look, I'd like to help you out here, but I'm a bit confused.
I am at a loss here. I don't quite know what to do. I mean, you are the... Oh, of course you are. I mean, you do know who you are, right? Of course you do. What sort of brainless, half-baked question is that for what do you call yourself?
Please, sir, slow down and tell me what it is that you're saying.
Please, forgive me. I'm making a bloody mess of this whole affair. My name is Virgil, sir, and I'm new to the Panarii religion. Your religion, and wait! I hereby dedicate, commit my life to the living one. I, Virgil, am at your service, sir.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just not who you think I am.
Yes, of course you're not really him, just his reincarnation. I mean, that is the case, right? I have to admit, I'm no expert in elven philosophy or prophecy. Bloody confusing, you know. All those these, thous. Not that it's not interesting.
Virgil.
Yes, right. Just give me a moment here. You see, the Panarii, that's the religion that was formed around the things that he said. I mean, that you said. Oh, forget it. Let's start at the beginning. Or this beginning, since there is a lot more that came before this. You are the reincarnation of a powerful elf, who the Panarii worship, and whose name is,
Yes?
Right. Yes, the name. Wait. I remember something. It is written in the scriptures. The living one will live again on wings of fire. No, wait. I think it says, reborn on wings of fire. Oh, blood and ashes. Why do elves always have to be so damn cryptic?
Do the scriptures speak of a dying gnome in a ring?
I don't know about the ring, but this business about the evil one returning. As I've said, I don't know a whole lot about the Panarii prophecies, but I think you were supposed to return and fight someone evil. Bloody hell, I should know more of this.
So I'm meant to be some great religious figure? That's ludicrous.
Look, I understand this whole thing sounds ridiculous, but let me just accompany you down the mountain to Shrouded Hills. I can introduce you to my mentor, Elder Joachim. He can explain this all better than I can. I'm rather new to this whole Panarii thing myself.
The Panarii? What's that?
The Panarii are a religion based on the belief that you will return to destroy evil or something like that. No, wait. I think there's someone you're meant to fight. You know, that other fellow. The evil one. Oh, it's all so elven, wrapped up in fancy language and metaphors and all that.
Look, you've been really, helpful, but I really must go.
I told you I was new at this. Imagine the way I must feel. Here you are, the chosen one, living one, and I can't even remember who you're supposed to be. Please, just follow me to Shrouded Hills and we'll talk to the Elder Joachim. He's very knowledgeable about the Panarii and will know much better what to do.
Well, let's go talk to this Joachim fellow and straighten all this out.
The path out of here leading down to Shrouded Hills is down to the southeast. We'll stop by the Panarii shrine on the way out. See if it makes any of this any more clear. We should look for any other survivors before we leave, though. What do you think?
Agreed. Alright, so here is Mr. Drake. He has somehow miraculously emerged unscathed from the flaming wreckage of the Zeppelin. You can see in the area the wreckage is just scattered all over the place. And immediately he's been confronted by Virgil, who has attached himself to Mr. Drake because he seems to be under the impression that Mr. Drake is the reincarnation of an important religious figure for him. And so in typical RPG fashion, our hero has been anointed as some sort of chosen one within 2 minutes of the beginning of the game. And to throw another load onto the cart, Mr. Drake has also been given a ring. And if we look at it, it says, "This is an old silver ring. The initials GB are set in relief upon its face, and the words P. Schuyler and Sons are inscribed on the inside of the band. He's been given this ring by what appeared to be a gnome, and with the sort of cryptic injunction that Mr. Drake has to find the boy, whoever that is. And if we search Mr. Radcliffe's body, we find a passport for him, which we'll want to take, and also a matchbook from someplace called the Roseboro Inn. So we've got these clues. We're not exactly sure what all of this means at this point. So we've got Virgil as a follower. Virgil is... He's going to level up. All the NPCs that you can recruit as companions will level up with you. He levels up as a basic melee fighter, and he also has some skill in healing. So he'll probably be your party healer, especially if you play a magic character. If you play a tech character, the more proficient you become in technology, the less his spells will be able to affect you. So let's, I'm going to go ahead and put my one spell on the quick bar here, and we'll just go ahead and have a look around. There aren't any survivors, but we'll just go ahead and see what's to be had around this area. Alright, and as you can see, there are lots of little items scattered around the wreckage site. None of it's going to be of any real use to my character or any magic using character. But if you're a tech character, you probably want to pick up all this stuff, because most of it is going to be used to make the various tech items and such. So let's just go ahead and have a walk around. There are lots of, like I said, there aren't any survivors, but there are lots of little monsters and animals around here to practice combat on. And here's the first one. So we've got a kite scout, which is, kites are sort of kobold-like animals. Okay, let me see if I can actually move to attack him. I'm playing in turn-based mode. You can play in turn-based or in real-time. Real-time is just too much of a chaotic clusterfuck for me to handle, so I'm just going to play in turn-based, even though it's a little bit slower. And let's see, there should be another. Yep, here's another kite. This one is a kite shaman, and he's level 12. So this could take a while. And he's got a little friend here. As you can see, you don't have any control over your companions in combat. You can just give them basic orders like attack or back off, things like that. But they pretty much make their own choices in combat, and usually the choices aren't that impressive. Now, as we're fighting him, if you look down here, you see this little bar is gradually filling up with red. That tracks the amount of experience that you need until the next level. So we're about halfway there already. So, and we've already killed the kite shaman. Now let's focus on the ailing wolf, and it's already fleeing in terror. So let's hunt him down. Okay. And I'm not sure. I think the shaman might have... Okay, yeah, it's got a kite sword on it, which is pretty worthless. But here we've also got a magic chest. So let's see what's inside. We've got 107 gold, an emerald, a silver ring, and another potion of heal poison. Now this first chest that you find, most of the chests that you find throughout the game don't have set contents. They're sort of random. This first chest, I've read that its contents are determined by your character's name and your character's background. So, and the stuff you find in it can range from basically a pile of rocks to several pretty good magic items. So the haul that we got from it was sort of middle of the road. Not too bad, but it provides us with some starting cash. And so we'll just take a bit of gold from this body. The corpses that we see around here, like Solomon Dune, most of the corpses that are scattered around here are actually the pre-generated NPCs that you could choose from instead of making your own character. So let's go ahead and take care of this ailing wolf. And explore up here a bit. There are a few things that... I'm not going to clear out this entire area, but there are a few things that we want to make sure that we see here.
What is this? It seems a strange flying device, but much smaller than the blimp. I've never seen anything
Okay,
like
so this is one of the biplanes that attacked the Zeppelin, and here you see the body of the ogre. So yes, it looks very much like the machine which attacked us.
And isn't that an ogre among the wreckage? It seems very unlikely that an ogre would have the intelligence to fly such a complex device.
They didn't really. They destroyed themselves in the attack.
Do you see that strange amulet that he's wearing? And that symbol on its face? I don't recognize it.
I can't say that I do.
Something isn't quite right about all of this. I don't remember the, scriptures talking about flying ogres and the like. We'd better get to Shrouded Hills and find Elder Joachim as soon as possible.
Let's do so.
And be careful. These wolves are none
Yeah,
too friendly.
okay. So if we inspect the little biplane, if you look down here, it says, this strange flying machine is like nothing you've ever seen. You notice a plaque on it that bears the legend, Maxim Machinery, Caledon. This is going to become important later in the game. And if we inspect the ogre's corpse, we find an amulet that has a strange symbol on its face, that of an eye and a hexagram. Now, we don't know what that means at this point in the game, but again, we'll find out later. So let's go ahead and take care of this, what is this, a boar? Alright. Experience in this game is doled out in kind of an odd fashion. You do get a bit of experience upon killing an opponent, but the majority of your experience will come from the number of times that you hit the opponent, or the amount of damage that your character actually deals to your opponents. So this gives a pretty big advantage to characters who are built for fighting, as opposed to, say, a diplomatic character or a pure thief. That's one of the things I don't like about the game. I mean, it's still not only possible, but fairly easy to complete the game with a character that's not focused on combat. You just have to rely on companions or stealth. Now, here we have a body of someone named Isaac Zapruder, and if we inspect his body, we see that he has a camera. And if you remember in the movie when the ogres attacked with the biplanes, there was somebody standing on the deck of the Zeppelin filming it. That was Zapruder. So we're going to take his camera, and we're going to be able to use that later on. Okay, and we've already leveled up. So we're at level 2. The maximum level in this game is, and there's Virgil wandering over to pick up some crap. The maximum level in this game is level 50, and there's one more thing, one more corpse that we have to loot, or that I would like to loot, and I'm not exactly sure where it is. Here it is. Okay. Here we see Wilhelmina Carpenter, and she's got a note on her, and oh, okay, Virgil's found a friend. When you go to your inventory screen or the character screen, it doesn't actually pause the game, which can be slightly annoying. Let's go ahead and inspect this note that we found on Wilhelmina's corpse. So it says, "My dearest Jared, I'm aboard the IFS Zephyr," that's the Zeppelin, "speeding on my way to see you again. My breath catches when I think that in 2 short weeks I shall be your wife." Okay, that's obviously not going to happen. "That is correct, my dear. I am accepting your proposal. I hope thoughts of me warm your heart on your long days and nights guarding Vermilion Station from the half-orc looters you mentioned. Love always, Wilhelmina." So we can already see that half-orcs make up sort of the lower part of society. That's going to become clearer as we advance farther in the game. And there's one more place that we want to check out up here. We'll go ahead and take care of this ailing wolf quickly. Just cut him down. And up here we have the entrance to a cave. Okay, another ailing wolf. Okay, cut him down pretty easily. And so here's a cave. Before we go in, let's go ahead and, since we've leveled up, we've got a new point to spend. I'm going to go ahead and put that point into Charisma. So now we've got a Charisma of 9. Charisma determines the maximum amount of followers that you can have. Basically, for every 4 points of Charisma, you can have an additional follower. So because we have a Charisma of 9, we can have 2 followers. And I'd like to raise that because I want to get a few more followers. But that's it for now. So when we return, we'll venture forth into the cave. And as always, thank you for watching, and please stay tuned.